All right. Hey guys, Spearfield Springs here, Don Trail again. This video is going to be basically a rambling video. I'm just going to be talking. I would really appreciate it if you left it on in the background while you did the dishes or while you slept or anything. I'm just going to talk about some things that I've noticed, but also things that are just on my mind, things that I like, etc., etc. Also, if you like these style of videos, please let me know. I'll do more of them. It's just a spaghetti throw at the wall. Let's jump into it, shall we? First off, I guess I want to talk about being grateful to the Lord. That's number one. I think I'm going to speak for myself here, not for everybody else, but I don't always show the Lord enough appreciation. I don't always pray enough. I don't go to church enough, etc., etc. At least I'm pretty sure we've all felt that way sometimes, but I I am grateful. Every time I come to this property, I just look. And I always feel the spirit with me. Spirit-filled springs. I made a video about it, but especially in this area, when that wind hits me, just like you just heard, I just want to say thank you to the Lord. Um, Thank you so much. Secondly, I want to say thank you to my viewers. Thank you guys for watching and checking me out all the time. It means the world. Honestly, it means the world. So thank you for that. Uh, let's move right on into it. First off, we are living in some crazy times. Uh, the stock market has been going insane. If you guys don't invest in stocks, I highly suggest you do. And when I say stocks, I don't mean individual stocks. I mean literally go buy a low cost ETF like VU. I have VGT, but this isn't financial advice. I hate that I have to say that, but I do because we live in a time where somebody could hear you say something, do it, lose money, and then sue. But go invest in a low cost ETF, dude. If you're not already, if you don't have an IRA or just a regular brokerage account, go invest in a low cost ETF. It will save you money. And if you need help with that and you say, what's a low cost ETF? I've never heard of that. Please do, because I just turned 30 this year and I just opened up my IRA last year. I didn't put any money into it, so this is the first time I am, and I'm just kicking myself in the butt. Guys, when I was in the military, back in 2020 is when my first year in the military. I know, crazy time, right? If I would have started maxing out my Roth from then till now, that's 5 years of maxing that I missed out on. I did the math, and if I would have put it into the fund I'm putting it into now, I literally would have made $92,000. I don't know about you, but me personally, I could use $92,000 right now. I think we all could. And so I'm kicking myself in the butt. Look, I've been working on it, but I don't know how to kick myself in the butt yet. But when I do, I deserve it. That's almost $100,000, guys, that I missed out on because I thought retirement accounts were dumb. You know, I thought, oh, I don't want to wait to use my money till I'm 60 something. And what I found out couldn't be further from the truth. Since this is a rambling video, I'm just going to go into it. I'm just going to talk. First off, no matter how much you invest, I'm using a Roth IRA, by the way. There's two. There's a traditional and a Roth. Traditional, it gets taxed when you put the money in. It doesn't get taxed in a traditional. When you take it out when you're older, that's when a taxing hits. Versus a Roth is I pay a tax now. They take some dollars out of whatever I put in, not that much. And when I take it out, once it grows in my stock account, when I take it out, it's tax free. The reason I like that is because right now I'm in a very low tax bracket, and also I'm not making any dang money like that. When I put the money in, like for example, I put in like 500 the other day. They took like, I think, six or something. They took a little baby amount, nothing that I was gonna miss. And so it's a tree. Okay. Always gotta watch your surroundings. They uh they took a very small amount, and it was nothing I was gonna miss, guys. So with that being said, I highly suggest you invest because again, 5 years, I've already missed out on $100,000. The reason I bring that up and I started off with the stock market is because if you don't know this, we have been in one of the biggest bull runs in history where numbers only going up. And this all ties into what I've been talking about because I've made some videos talking about capitalism and how I think the world is going a bit. But basically, guys, Basically, it seems like they are not going to let anything collapse anytime soon. The housing market, the stock market, bonds, they're trying their hardest to keep everything up. Even though it's inflating, they're trying their hardest to keep it only going up. So what I figured was I need to stop hating and watching on the sideline and just say, hey, you know what, dude? If America's going to do this, if this is their game plan, I need to jump in on it. And I highly suggest you do too. If you're just sitting on the sideline saying, oh, a lot of us are preppers. I hate using that term, but a lot of us are preppers. A lot of us have the same mindset. Homesteaders, preppers, a lot of these people have a similar mindset. And a lot of us think, oh, it's all going to come collapsing down soon anyway. There's no reason to put your money in the system. Let me tell you something. If you got extra money, I will put a little bit in the system because that system is ran by people who are going to do nothing but try to keep it propped up for as long as possible. So that's why I'm putting my money in the stock market, and it's a means to an end. I'm not truly treating it as a retirement account forever because I just have a few goals. Like goal one is to get me and my wife, a nice house and pay it off. That's goal number one right there. Then after that, the rest of the money is just continuing to fund my children's funds. So when they turn of age, they can have some money. Speaking of age, I don't want to get political. If you know, in a big beautiful bill, it made these Trump accounts for kids. It's really called a 503 Alpha. So for now on, I will say 503 Alpha for the rest of the video because I know some people hear that man's name and they rage. So I don't want to even go there. The 503 Alpha account, the reason it's so special is because you can start. Normally you couldn't do this. You could have a 529 account, but the way the 529 worked was you could fund it, and it was just it was loophole city. It was loophole city. But the way the Trump account works is, oh my God, I said it again. Sorry, guys. The way the account, we're adults here, right? It's just a name. Okay, I'm gonna go back to calling it Trump account. Forgive me. Just ignore it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. The way the Trump account works is, I do the same thing with my wife. The way the Trump account works is, it's like a retirement account for children. For example, my daughter is very young, still a baby. I can make this account for her, fund it by $5,000 every year, and when she turns 18, it will have compounded, did all this stuff, but it automatically turns into a traditional IRA. Then she can decide if she wants to slowly bleed that out and put it all into a Roth or leave it a traditional. Either way, she's been compounding, making money since she was a baby. You see what I'm saying? With a 529, you can kind of do that, but they only allow you to put $35,000 of it into a Roth IRA. So it's not the same type of benefit. And yeah, some people are going to say, well, you could use the 529 for a house. You could use that. You could use the other account for a house. But regardless, you do whatever you want to do. It's just, this wouldn't translate a lot better to going into the stock market. Trust me. So it's what I'm going to do. You do what you want to do. But I highly suggest you look into it. Moving on. Enough with the money stuff. What else has been interesting and people want to talk about? I want to talk about debt. It still has to do with money. Dang it, Dontrell. Well, I'm going to finish this off real quick. Debt. Pay off your debt, please. The Bible says the debtor is slave to the lender, and I firmly believe that, guys. The debtor is slave to the lender. You're not gonna beat. Oh wow, it got dark. You are not going to beat owing money. You just can't. I'm gonna pick this video back up. I gotta go move this camera, and it's only gonna get darker. So I'll be right back. Shh.